The Ahmad crime family, what happens when the underworld wants you gone. Hey, these hats is here. If y'all want to support these, will be in the description. Let's get it. Come on, man. Let's see what they got going on. First of all, I see something in common right here, man. This guy on the left right here, he kind of looked like Chopper Reed a little bit. And he got like some red stuff going on his face. He might have been breaking out, or he probably was in a fight and whatnot. And then this guy right here, he got like a birthmark or some type of bruise going on from right here, or some type of stamp or something. We're going to see what's going on, though.
Ahmad crime network. A family of brothers deep in the underworld with an extensive resume of extortion, drug running and murder. Criminals shooting each other over money, drugs, power, and sometimes just for the hell of it is nothing new to the streets of Sydney.
Yeah,
Gangland executions are a workplace hazard, as the Ahmad family found out. In this video, we're going to focus on three of the brothers. Wally Ahmad.
Hey, I want to ask y'all a question though. Let me know if y'all want to see this, man. Somebody in my comments, actually just my fault, and the DM hit me and they said they was part of the Alameddine family, and they said we should do an interview. Let me know if y'all want to see that, man. Actually, let me know that. Like right now, let me know if you want to see it. Put in the comments, bro. Yes, do that. We're gonna make it happen.
Mahmoud Brownie Ahmad and Ahmad Rock Ahmad. Unlike a lot of underworld figures in Sydney, the Ahmad brothers tried to keep a low profile and out of the public eye, though they were far from unknown to Sydney's law enforcement. The family had been subject to at least 55 intelligence reports and numerous investigations over the years. Wally was the first brother on the police's radar. The eldest of the brothers, he was sentenced to prison in 2005 after pleading guilty to the manslaughter of Mayers Danny, who was shot dead outside a car wreck yard. Man. Brownie was also named as a
He like one of the real boss, man. Like he got the Timberland hat on though, but like he calling plays and shit.
Mayers Danny, who was shot dead outside a car wreck yard. Brownie was also named as a person of interest in the matter, but was never charged. Though it didn't take long for Brownie to find his own trouble in a night described as one of the most violent nights of drive-by shooting in Sydney's history. Just quickly, if you're enjoying the video so far, please turned up to the 2005. A man by the name of Monza El Husseini turned up to the Ahmad family home armed with a gun in each hand and a bulletproof vest and opened fire at a gathering of people. Though the stunt didn't go to plan, on the same night at 8:53 PM, El Husseini found himself staggering into a hospital with a gunshot wound to his hand and shoulder shortly after.
That's the thing about Sydney, bro. Like they going right back to back to back to back to back, man.
5 minutes later, 25 bullets from 4 different guns were fired at El Husseini.
Hold on, y'all. Like, let's really pay attention to the time. First, they said the Brownie dude that was in jail and whatnot in the picture, he said that he killed the one dude. I said like a boss man. They said right now after that, he eventually had something happen to him. And then this guy right here, he did something to somebody's family, had 2 guns and whatnot, did what he did. And then later that same day, he was in the hospital walking in with a wound. I think he might have died. And they said 5 minutes after he died, another situation happened. Damn, Sydney must be real. Like, everybody know where everybody live at, bro.
Night at 8:53 PM, El Husseini found himself staggering into a hospital with a gunshot wound to his hand and shoulder shortly after. 5 minutes later, 25 bullets from 4 different guns were fired at El Husseini's mother's house, piercing the house 13 times. 45 minutes later, a unit complex was sprayed with 22 gunshots that largely missed their target and hit 4 other apartments, one of which was later determined to be El Husseini's home.
Damn, you can't even be safe, bro. That's why you really gotta get on your money, because you honestly put yourself in jeopardy just being in a low-income house or a low-income apartment, bro. This could be your neighbor right here, and he got people coming through shooting up your whole complex, bro. They said they let 22 shots off and nobody hit nothing, and 4 other apartment homes got hit, bro. This is crazy right here. This could have been one of y'all, bro.
Barely half an hour later, another 32 shots were fired at the home of El Husseini's aunt before police in the area finally chased the gunman's car at home of El Husseini. Barely half an hour later, another 32 shots were fired at the home of El Husseini's aunt before police in the area finally chased the gunman's car at high speed before they lost it. When the car was found crashed at Condell Park, it had a Glock pistol with a full magazine and 17 bullet cases laying loose. Another Glock with a 30 bullet magazine was recovered from a gutter nearby, thrown out during the chase. 3 days later, a member of the public handed in yet another Glock and a Heckler and Koch self-loading pistol found at an intersection. Forensic evidence led police to Brownie Ahmad, who was later charged with shooting El Husseini. Though Brownie received a lower than expected.
But one thing you can say about Sydney is that there's no procrastination, bro. They are not wasting no time.
Sentence of just a handful of years, which he reportedly counted out on his fingers before blowing a kiss to detectives in the gallery during his trial. The incident put the Ahmad family at the top of the police's priority list, resulting in a separate investigation named Strike Force Morwick. This investigation was set up to build a case against the brothers, particularly Rock Ahmad, who, despite being heavily involved in Sydney's underworld, had done a relatively good job of staying off the police radar. His rap sheet only included some relatively minor offences, such as common assault, possessing prohibited drugs, and reprisal of a witness. Strikeforce Morwick identified 5 separate drug runs, several managers and dealers, but did not end in any arrests or charges against.
Yeah, that's the Raptor police. That we heard about them. That's the same police that they was in that 1-4 documentary. They was like stopping 1-4 from performing and whatnot. Yeah, we heard about them.
Several managers and dealers, but did not end in any arrests or charges against the brothers. An officer involved in the investigation said the reason for the brothers' dominance was most likely because they supported each other, unlike other Sydney crime families who had been overheard backstabbing and plotting against each other. Though the Ahmad brothers' lives were about to be torn apart. On the 9th of April 2016, Safwan Charbahi was shot dead outside Wally's car body workshop in the industrial cul-de-sac at Condell Park. On the day of the shooting, Charbahi had turned...
Bro, what name is that though? Like, what ethnicity is that? Safwan Charbahi? What, like these? And then I seen that other lady with the hijab going on in her face. Like, what ethnicity, religion is all these people? Because they all got the last name Ahmad. And then Safwan Charbahi. What is that? And he definitely was at this like a, after just some type of function at a venue, and he was drunk right here for sure.
Cul-de-sac at Condell Park. On the day of the shooting, Charbahi had turned up to Wally's car wrecking yard with members of the Elmer's criminal network. Other members who were present on the day included Fawaz Elmer, who 5 months earlier had been released from prison after serving time for a cocaine supply conviction, as well as Fawaz's son, Stephen, and another relative who can't be identified due to a non-publication order. Safwan Charbahi was the brother-in-law of a relative of the Elmer family. It's believed the Elmer family showed up to Wally's place of work to settle a dispute over a $100,000 debt. Wally and Brownie were both present on the day. The pair were known in the underworld for being violent and unpredictable. A meeting between 2 of Sydney's most well-known criminal networks was never going to end well.
Bro, how does he know all this though? The guy doing this YouTube video, how does he know all this? This like in the police reports or something?
There's not much information about what exactly sparked the violent outburst, but Safwan Charbahi was left shot in the head and chest.
That sounds like an Indian chief named Safwan Charbahi of the Indian tribe or some shit.
The police reported that up to 5 guns were involved in the Conwell Park shooting that day. The murder of Safwan Charbahi sent ripple effects through the underworld, which would turn out to be the demise of Wally and Brownie Ahmad. In the aftermath of the shooting, Brownie fled to Lebanon after it was revealed he was wanted by police for his part in the shooting. Whilst Wally stayed in Sydney, it was reported Wally was trying to keep a low profile and switch up his routine. Though only 3 weeks after the Condell Park shooting, Wally was ambushed. He had just finished a gym session with an associate and was seated outside Havana Cafe at Bankstown Central Shopping Centre when a masked gunman ran over to where Wally was sitting and shot him 7 times in the chest and back.
Wow, that's really crazy though, bro. Damn, just like that.
To where Wally was sitting, Bankstown Central Shopping Centre, when a masked gunman ran over to where Wally was sitting and shot him 7 times in the chest and back. The gunman fled in a waiting Mercedes, which was found shortly after set on fire. Shocked witnesses tried to give Wally medical assistance.
Bro, these boys gotta be aware, bro. They gotta be aware, man. Especially if they know they in this type of situation. They gotta be extra aware. Can't take no chances, cause shit like this happen I don't know if this guy right here just playing slow or if he got shot too, or is that even a person leaning up against it? Now that's a bag. Now that's a bag. It's like a trash can right here or something. Never mind. But yeah, so I think dude in the white shirt just got killed, bro.
But he couldn't be saved. 6 months later, known hitman Ahmad Assad, a previous suspect in Wally's murder, was gunned down on his driveway. It's reported Assad had been bragging.
The camera angles is just ironically perfect though. That's not shocking to y'all. This camera angle over here was perfect. This camera angle was just perfect. And how is this even released to the public though?
Was gunned down on his driveway. It's reported Assad had been bragging to underworld figures that he was the one who took out Wally. A suspect in that murder, Hells Angels associate Kamel Blackie Barakat, was later shot dead in his home.
Oh, he looks sweet right there.
Kamel Blackie Barakat was later shot
he looks sweet right here though.
dead in his home. Wally's murder undoubtedly sent shockwaves through the underworld.
Yeah,
taking
like
on the Ahmad family
Pakistani
isn't
or
something
something.
which would be taken lightly. However,
like
business
Afghanistan?
always continues in the underworld. With Wally dead and Brownie overseas, it was brother Rock Ahmad who took on Wally's debts. It's reported Wally had accumulated debts of up to $100,000. Rock was struggling to cope with the loss of his brother and his new role as a debt collector. He needed cash, so
so the debt just got. Hold on. He said debt collector. I'm thinking, did the debt? It's his duty to get the debt now, or is the debt that his brother had is passed on to him now, like where he owes his money? Let me listen real quick. He kind of lost me a little bit. I'm about to go back.
brother Rock Ahmad, who, with Wally dead and Brownie overseas, it was brother Rock Ahmad who took on Wally's debts.
Okay, yeah,
It's
so he owed him
reported
money.
Wally had accumulated debts of up to $100,000. Rock was struggling to cope with the loss of his brother and his new role as a debt collector. He needed cash, so decided to try his hand at drug importation. Rock had a low-ranking role in a plot to import drug importation.
It's crazy because when you look at him right here, it looked like he was probably on the right path. He just was relaxing, chilling. It looked like he just got out of jail too. He about to just relax, be with his wife right there. His wife looked happy to see him. He about to just enjoy his trampoline in the backyard with the kids and just relax. But his bro ran up some debt, then his bro died, and now he owe all his money. It's tragic.
Low-ranking role in a plot to import nearly 2 tons of MDMA, 136 kilos of cocaine, and 15 kilos of crystal meth into Australia. However, an undercover police officer had won the trust of higher-ranking members and infiltrated the syndicate. In August 2017, police moved in and arrested Rock and other members involved in the plot.
Damn, if it wasn't for your own people turning on you, probably would have been okay, man. That seemed to always be the problem. Whenever watching these videos and just watching these movies and stuff like that, and then just real life, it seemed to be it's always people that's inside the squad, inside the circle, that's like the Achilles heel.
Higher-ranking members and infiltrated the syndicate. In August 2017, police moved in and arrested Rock and other members involved in the plot. After being arrested, Rock was sentenced to 15 years in jail with a non-parole period of 8 years and 9 months. Over in Lebanon, Brownie...
Honestly, I don't even think that's crazy for that. All the drugs that I feel like if I was to see that in America, all the drugs that they said, I really forgot how many drugs they said, but he said some kilos and all this other stuff. I think in America that would have been way longer than 15 years, man. Like people be getting 15 years for nothing, man. He probably would have got way more time over here. That's crazy though. 15 years is still a lot of time. I ain't gonna say that's nothing. That's a lot of time. I ain't gonna say that's light. That's a lot of time, bro, but damn.
Plot. After being arrested, Rock was sentenced to 15 years in jail with a non-parole period of 8 years and 9 months. Over in Lebanon, Brownie was also feeling the pressure after the death of his brother. It's reported Brownie needed money and had planned to come back to Australia to collect some debts.
But that money looked good.
In March 2017,
I know I'm pausing it a lot, bro, but this money looked good right here, though. I used to clown it like it looked ugly, but that yellow and green looked fire, though.
had planned to come back to Australia to collect some debts.
Fire.
In March 2017, Brownie returned to Australia from Lebanon. Though on his arrival to Sydney, he was dramatically arrested at Sydney Airport as he was stepping off the plane and was charged with the murder of Sefwan Charbahi. Brownie pleaded guilty to manslaughter as prosecutors withdrew the murder charge. The court heard that while in Lebanon, Brownie was traumatized by the loss of his brother. His pregnant wife was left in Australia to raise their 3 children on her own and was made to fear for her life. The court also heard Brownie had a lengthy criminal history of violence and gun offences. Brownie was sentenced to 5 years in jail for manslaughter. Though you'd be wrong to think this prison sentence stopped Brownie's criminal escapades. It's reported, whilst behind bars, Brownie used power and threats to target wealthy individuals and extort them for cash. An underworld source stated Brownie bashed one bloke in jail and extorted him. He made his friends on the outside pay up or else he would continue to harass him.
I'm on y'all right now. Underworld source or whoever was the name of this page. Find whoever edited this video cannot type. They said Brownie bashed one bloke in jail and exported him. It's supposed to say extorted. I just see that. But he say he made friends on the outside pay up or else he continued to harass him. It was about $250,000. $250,000.
Bought them for cash. An underworld source stated Brownie bashed one bloke in jail and extorted him. He made his friends on the outside pay up or else he would continue to harass him. It was about $250,000.
That's one way to get the money.
The same source claimed Brownie had many rivals. He stuck to extortion because he didn't have the resources or patience to carry out hits. If Brownie bumped into a rival in the street, he'd shoot you on the spot, he said. That's how wild he was. In the middle of a shopping centre, he'd shoot you. He wouldn't think twice. He wasn't smart, but he had big balls.
Damn, who just telling him like that? Damn, bro, like, that shit is crazy, though. That hand tattoo, I can't fuck with that. That hand tattoo kind of straight. But nah, Brownie look like a, you know what I'm saying? Big dude, probably like 6'4", 6'5". Look like he probably like maybe 280, 270. He in there extorting people.
Upon his release from prison, he was warned by anti-gang strike force Raptor he was a marked man and in immediate danger. $1 million bounty had been placed on him. It was well known in criminal circles.
Bro, who is editing y'all videos?
Danger. $1 million.
That's 100 million. That's not a million. That's $100 million.
Bounty had been placed on him. It was well known in criminal circles. There was long-standing bad blood between the Ahmads and the Al-Madin crime family. In October 2021, Brownie had organised to meet family at Rushcutters Bay Park, an eastern suburb of Sydney. Though Brownie was warned by police not to go, they believed rivals had planned to assassinate him in broad daylight. Brownie decided to heed their warning and avoid the park. Despite knowing he was a marked man, Brownie refused to lay low and was still associating in criminal circles. Police sources say he was orchestrating drive-by shootings and extortions in an effort to get cash. Brownie was deep in the underworld. He was only ever going to end up in a body bag or back in prison. Once again, Sydney's underworld was about to explode. On the night of April 27th, 2022, Brownie was leaving a friend's house at Greenacre in the southwest suburbs of Sydney. Out of sight, a gunman was patiently waiting. When Brownie walked into the street, the gunman opened fire, unloading a barrage of bullets in the direction of Brownie before the gunman fled.
No, what are the odds and chances that they got all these murders on camera, though? Really think about that. That's really crazy. And then the camera even moved by itself. It got motion sensor detection.
Brownie was shot multiple times. He was treated by paramedics, but died at the scene. A burnt-out car connected to the shooting was found a short distance away.
Damn.
This brazen execution sparked a chain of further violence. Several weeks later, on the 10th of May, Comanchero Sergeant-at-Arms Tarek Zahed and his brother Omar were ambushed outside an Auburn gym and shot multiple times, leaving Omar dead and Tarek critically injured.
Oh man, they got shot leaving the gym? Yeah, they probably died quick too, because their blood was pumping, had a good pump, blood flowing ferociously. Damn, getting shot leaving the gym, that's like the worst time to go, bro. Getting shot, leaving the gym, having sex, gotta be bad, bro. Those is two pleasures, bro. Right after leaving the gym, you on top of the world at that moment. You on top of the world, and you getting brought down to the lowest form. That's crazy.
Further violence. Several weeks later, on the 10th of May, Comanchero Sergeant at Arms, Tarek Zarhed, and his brother Omar were ambushed outside an Auburn gym and shot multiple times, leaving Omar dead and Tarek critically injured. 3 days later, Brownie's nephew, Arami Iskander, was shot dead in a suspected gang hit. It seems anything that happens in Sydney's underworld has a knock-on effect.
Hell yeah, that's
it
what
didn't
I'm
take
saying,
long,
bro. 3 days later, like they don't have the word procrastination, bro. These Ahmads and Alamadan, bro. They don't know what that word mean. They don't procrastinate. Everything is like right after the other. That's crazy.
long before Strike Force Raptor started knocking on doors. At the time of making this video, 6 men have been arrested and charged in relation to the murder of Brownie Ahmad. Police alleged during the arrests they uncovered a plot to murder another underworld figure. It seems no matter how hard the police work, the underworld continues to turn. Sydney's public shootings and bloody murders make all the headlines, but police say the public don't know about the number of killings, kneecappings and drive-by shootings they stop. The money involved in organised crime is astronomical, and murder is a...
Yeah, it's crazy how much money they really getting, man. And I honestly can't even fathom how much money they really getting. Tax-free, too. I really can't even fathom it. He said, and then for him to even have the strings to make that happen, because he said, I don't even want to say his name because I don't want to quote the wrong name, but the dude I was saying that the one that got his brother debt like passed on to him, the fact he was even able to just make a call and do whatever to have whatever he needed come on a shipment, like come across the water, like they got some real strings and they got some real money going on. I can't even fathom how much money they can even touch, bro. I can't even fathom it. And it's probably coming so fast because it's so accessible, like, cause it's so easy. There's no tax to that. You don't have to worry about no accounting, nothing. Once you get it, it's all yours, man. It's all there. Like Jeezy said, it's all there. But hey, I'm out of here though, man. Ahmad Crime Fan, let me know in the comments if we should do that interview though. We going, let's get it. Come on, man. We out here, let's get it, man.